Okay, so I'm Robert Chan, and I'm a Max associate. So I have many mentors who have guided me in my study and research of glutathione after I joined Max International in March 2012. So that's about 11 years. All right. So the contents of this presentation do not constitute medical advice or instructions, and they do not represent the policies of Max International. Okay, citations have been included where possible for reference of original source materials. Now, I'm going to share with you tonight the knowledge that I've acquired through my 11 years with Max International. So today is the 8th of February, and tonight's subject is what is glutathione and why do we need it? Okay, so let's dive right into the matter. Okay, so what is glutathione? Simply put, all right, don't have to go elaborate and all that. And the simplest way of putting this is that glutathione is an antioxidant. No need to say that it's a protein because it is not, and start double guessing yourself. So there are many thousands of different substances that can act as antioxidant in our bodies. All right. Until today, there are some people who insist that vitamin A, that is not an antioxidant, have properties like antioxidants. So there are probably thousands of them all over our body. All right. And just remember this: antioxidants can be man-made or they can be natural substances. And the main thing that they do is to prevent or delay some form of cell damage. All right. So this is a preventive, what you call it, compound. Okay. So you have to take it in the long term, as opposed, it is not medication in a sense, right? So it needs to be taken in the long term. Now, every human cell, in order to survive, we need air, we need water, we need food, and most importantly, a lot of people ignore is that we need antioxidants. All right. Not knowingly, when we take our food, we are also ingesting antioxidants. Vitamin C, vitamin E. These are the things that come from the vegetables, the meats, the fruits that we eat. So what is important is that we are ingesting antioxidants into our body. Even if we do not supplement, we do not take the supplements, right? So when any of these components, whether it's air, water, food, or antioxidants, when they are lacking, okay, our cells will start to suffer. We'll have problems, we have chronic problems. And then when they are absent, what actually happens is that the cell will die. Okay, without a doubt. There is no doubt about that. So we have 5 network antioxidants that can be considered the most important to have in our body. The 5 most important ones, all right? And you're talking about vitamin C. We're talking about vitamin E. These are antioxidants that are considered external antioxidants, all right? Our body does not or will not manufacture vitamin C. Our body cannot manufacture vitamin E. So these 2 vitamins must be, or antioxidants must be taken orally, by means we must eat the food, or even if we supplement. And then we have 3 other antioxidants that are important: coenzyme Q10, alpha lipoic acid, and glutathione. These are the 3 other, well, scientifically you call it endogenous, but in layman terms you call it our internal antioxidants. These antioxidants are created or produced in our body, by our body, for us. So just to give you an idea of how important each one is comparatively to the next is to look at a chart, right? This is the scientific research from 1983 to the 8th of February, which is today, right? So you can see from here that in red is from January 1983, alpha lipoic acid, coenzyme Q10. Of course, the research papers start to grow. All right, we have more and more. You would imagine that vitamin C, the most well-known vitamin that we have, the most well-known vitamin in the whole world. Everybody knows about vitamin C. Children even, all right? They go to the pharmacy and they see some vitamin C gummies, all right? So this is what everybody knows. But look at the amount of research. In 1983, there were 16,471. Now, 40 years later, it's 40 years now since the records have been started keeping. You get an increase of until 72,000. Now, you look at the next one. In 1983, glutathione, there were only 9,793 research citations. That means scientists are researching about the products, about this compound, glutathione. And we fast forward to now, 174,152 citations. That means the scientists are experimenting, they are doing tests and all that with glutathione, right? Which is equivalent to, you see at this bottom here, 11.221. This, if we average this 174,000 citations or research, peer-reviewed research, into the 14,648 days, it works out to 11.22 citations. That means every day there are 11 teams of research people submitting their citations to PubMed to tell them, okay, we did this, is peer review, all right, and we want to put it up in the PubMed, right? So this is how much of research has been done with glutathione. Now, just to look at a different way, all right? If you look at it on a pie chart, okay, alpha lipoic acid, coenzyme Q10, vitamin E, vitamin C, all added together cannot even compare with the amount of research that has been done for glutathione. All right? So which brings us to this next point, that glutathione is the most abundant antioxidant in our body. There is a reason for this. There is a reason why glutathione is the most abundant. Why is it that we have to ingest vitamin C? Or, well, I use the word ingest. What it actually means is that you have to eat vitamin C, all right? You have to take some food for it to produce or to let you have the vitamin E inside your body. Now, glutathione is completely different. It is one of the only antioxidants that can recycle itself, all right? Now, I'm not going deep into how it is recycled, all right? I've been doing this for 11 years. Okay, when I tell you that it gets recycled, it gets recycled, all right? So don't worry about the science behind it, but just know that glutathione is recycled, and this is one of the reasons why it is so special, okay? And besides that, it also assists other antioxidants to recycle. Why do we need antioxidants that recycle? Scientifically, what actually happens is antioxidants donate electrons, all right? I don't want to go into that, but it's just to tell you that we have damaged molecules inside our body. And antioxidants actually help these damaged molecules to become whole again, all right? Now, when that happens, glutathione will come in and glutathione will recycle all these other antioxidants that have become damaged, right? But what actually happens is that glutathione never becomes a damaged molecule. This is the reason why it is so special. And for this reason, most of us in this business and a large group of doctors or research people call glutathione the master antioxidant. That is where the name came up, the master antioxidant. All right. It's not because we sell glutathione. Time and time again, it's the most abundant antioxidant. It has the most research. You know, we don't just say, it's like when you go on the internet, if you look for vitamin E, you will find certain companies who are selling vitamin E. They tell you that it is the most important antioxidant that you might. Are you sure? I'm very doubtful of that, right? But then, because they're selling the product, they keep telling you, oh, it's very important for you to have vitamin E, and then they will sell you their product. And so therein lies the fact that a lot of people start twisting and turning and saying that almost everything is an antioxidant, right? So this is where the misinformation or the disinformation comes in. Now, getting back to the subject, what are the causes of cell damage? What causes our cell to be damaged? All right, we're talking about pollutants, toxins, smoking, medication, trauma, burns, radiation, infection, all this, poor dieting. You don't eat well, you're going to have problem. Insufficient intake of vitamin and minerals or nutrients, okay? Excessive alcohol, and something that nobody can stop, aging. Stress, you have too little exercise, you have a problem. You have too much exercise, you have a problem. I assure you, you're going to have a problem. All right. You don't do exercise, you have a problem. You do exercise. It's like eating. All right. Do not eat in excess. Moderately, you won't have any trouble. You do excessively, then you start to have a trend, then you get a problem. So without glutathiones, our cells will disintegrate from unrestrained oxidation. Oxidation is oxygen becoming an enemy to our body. Now, the next thing that glutathione does is that it's the primary detoxifier. The name explains itself. It is detoxin removal. That means glutathione will remove the toxins from our body. It's called detoxifying, right? Glutathione is also a powerful chelator. Chelator meaning that, I'm sorry, I need to have a drink. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Roger. Thank you, Joel. All right, so it removes heavy metals from our body. And for this reason, because it is a chelator of heavy metal, glutathione works very well with autistic children because it removes the excess mercury that are in autistic children. Okay. Now, to show you what actually happens is that the toxins enter our body. We inhale it every day. You can't escape unless you don't want to breathe. Okay. If you don't want to breathe, there's no problem. All right. And then it gets absorbed into our skin. You know, our skin, we have itchy fingers, we start touching this, touching that. Okay, we rub our face, scratch our head, you know. Then after that, we rub our eyes. These are all toxins everywhere. It's full of bacteria and all of that, but we're rubbing it and it goes in. And of course, the food that we eat. All right, all the foods are processed. Okay, you want to try and even be organic, it's a bit impossible. Those people who have an organic regimen have problems with purchasing organic foods also. So what actually happens is that all these toxins enter our body, okay? And the primary detoxifying organ in our body is the liver. It's what we normally call our washing machine. All right? It has the most glutathione in it. What it does is it detoxifies. It removes the toxin, it neutralizes the toxins, and it sends it out through our lungs when we breathe, through our skin when we sweat, you know, through our kidneys when we urinate, and through our colon when we go to the toilet. Okay, but do not be naive. not all the toxins that we ingest, that we take into our body is removed. So what actually happens? Toxins that are not eliminated get stored in our body. So where are they stored? Okay, water-soluble toxins are stored in our blood, in our joints, in our muscles, in our tissues. If you don't do something about it, in time to come, you're going to have cellular inflammation. Toxins that are fat-soluble, all right? Don't worry about the fat-soluble and the water-soluble, okay? All right? We just group them as toxins. Some of the toxins get stored in our bone marrow, in our, our central nervous system, in our fat cells, and in our liver. So if we don't remove these toxins, then we start to have chronic disease. Okay, diseases that come off and on, because of this, because our body cannot detoxify. If our body could detoxify, it would have been done here. Some of them starts going into our body, our whole body system, and it stays there. It starts accumulating. Then after many, many years, especially when people get older, then they say all of a sudden have a pain somewhere and they go to the hospital and they say, oh, sorry to inform you, your kidneys are damaged already. It's too late. Okay. Or your liver is damaged. We need, just yesterday or the day before, somebody wanted some donors for liver and for the liver. You can actually donate part of your liver, okay, because your liver can replace itself very quickly. All right. So this is actually what happens. And how does glutathione help in getting rid of all these toxins? Glutathione will combine with the chemicals or the drugs or the heavy metals, the bacteria, or even the cancer cells. What it does is that it combines with them, makes them water soluble, and then after it's detoxified by the kidney and the liver, it gets expelled. It is removed from our body. This is one of the reasons why our cellular glutathione levels start to drop. They get depleted or compromised as we age. Because as we age, we start eating a lot of things. When you have young children, you will tell them, no, you can't eat this. It's too greasy. It's too, it's too sweet. It's too salty. But when you get old, especially when you're an adult, you start eating anything. Okay, and then it's a matter of let's not waste this. Okay, let's finish it. All right, this is one of the problems with adults. Now, so glutathione, besides being an antioxidant, besides being a detoxifier, it is also a protector and modulator. All right, it controls our body's immune system. Now you hear this everywhere these days. Everything is about your immune system, your immune system. Some people are going overboard, but it's okay, right? It is better to be aware than to be unaware. Now, these are some of the signs, warning signs of an imbalanced immune system. When you start to have autoimmune disorders, inflammation of your internal organs, all right, enlarged heart, enlarged liver, enlarged kidney, kidneys not working very well, blood disorders, and chronic fatigue. That means you feel tired all the time. And then you have the chronic skin conditions, digestive issues. You cannot eat properly, loss of appetite, diarrhea, and abdominal disorder. You start poking your tummy, and then you find pain everywhere. So signs of an imbalance in your immune system. Multiple food sensitivities. You can't eat this, you can't eat that, you can't eat this, you can't eat that. So the growth and development delays in infants and children. When children, they don't grow regularly or properly, then the immune problems comes in. Now, this part is going to be a bit technical, but I'm not going to explain all of this. But I can only tell you this, that our immune system, when it overreacts, these are the diseases that we're going to have. Okay? Right? Type 1 diabetes, cirrhosis, lupus. It is our immune system overreacting. Problem is, when our immune system underreacts, it doesn't react properly. Then we have things like cancer, hepatitis, HIV, shingles. This is when our immune system is dead. It is going very slowly, it's not reacting properly. This is what actually happens. So what are we supposed to do? Do we want an immune system that is overreacting? Or do you want an immune system that is underreacting? What we actually need is a balance, okay? A balanced immune system. This is optimal effectiveness. And how do we get a balanced immune system? We need glutathione. Our immune system protects us from pathogens, microorganisms, damaged cells. Our cells die in our body. It needs to be removed, all right? Antigens, foreign substances get into our body all the time, all right? It gets in through the eye, through the ear, through your nose, you breathe in, all of this. And our immune system rids our body of all of this, viruses, bacteria, germs. Imagine the dangerous world that we are in. Bacteria, you don't see it. You're happy-go-lucky. It's okay, no problem. You wipe something on the table, something drop on the table. You pick it up and you say, what was it? 5 second rule. I dare you. You drop the thing into shit and then you 2 seconds enough. I dare you to eat it. You won't, All right. So that 5 second rules is also nonsensical. So what glutathione does is it helps our immune system to activate. This is important. It activates accurate, optimal, and balanced immune response. This is what our body needs for our immune system to be balanced. All right? It balances to neutralize, to detoxify, to heal, and to repair our body and our cells. So without glutathione, we will have no resistance to cellular damage, diseases, and chronic inflammation. So just remember this, simple and easy. Glutathione, it repairs, it recycles, it detoxifies, and it protects. Very simple. Don't have to go into all the scientific terms and try and make it difficult for everybody, because some of them, I used to, but I used to go very deep into explaining about glutathione. But I must say, it has also helped me, because then I have a deeper knowledge of what glutathione is. Without my deeper knowledge of what glutathione is, I will not be able to simplify it for you like this, All right? This simplification is backed by the knowledge that I have. Okay? So, the quality of our lives is a reflection of the quality and health of our cells. You look at somebody and he is lively, you can guess for sure that inside the body is quite okay, But if once in a while you have this gloomy face, not feeling well and all that, then that something wrong inside the body. Okay? Yeah, that's true. So glutathione improves the quality and health of our cells. I'm not talking about people who are taking our products. I'm talking about people in general. Okay, so just to let you know that in our body, every organ that we have has glutathione, and the largest quantity of glutathione is actually in our liver. Okay, because again, I repeat, it's the washing machine. It washes everything. It filters all the blood and even and together with the kidneys. Okay, so it is important to remember that our liver is important to us. So treat it well. Don't start putting in rubbish. It's like you want to spoil your your washing machine. It's very easy. You keep overloading it and push in nonsense. Yes, wash the rugs and all that inside, and you see what's going to happen, right? And then the next one is the kidneys, followed by, surprisingly, our eye. Our eye has very high levels of glutathione. So you start to have blurry eyes and all that. Maybe you should be looking at how to increase your glutathione levels. Okay. And the least amount of glutathione is actually in our brain and in our ear. So for the older people, I really advise you, if you get old, it's better for you to, the only antioxidant that you require is glutathione. All right. Increase your cognitive reactions by increasing the amount of glutathione that you have inside your brain, and then also your ear, so you won't get this hard of hearing thing, yes, So these are important things to remember. We need 250 to 300 milligrams of glutathione per day. You can get maybe less than 25% of it from the food that you eat. And that is by chance. And it needs to have a special combination for you to take food and to turn it into glutathione inside yourself. Okay? So it's a hit and miss for people who eat consistently things that do not produce the glutathione. You will have maybe less than 10% of glutathione from the foods that you take. So you have people who lack glutathione and start to have all sorts of illnesses. And when they find that, they go around and they take everything. And finally, at the end of the day, I've seen so many myself. When they start taking our product and the glutathione levels increase, immediately there is a change. All right, there's a change. So it is important that you must get the correct product for the correct illness. So what can glutathione do for you? I just briefly run through this very, very quickly. Strengthens the immune system, detoxifies the liver and cells, feel more energetic, improves the quality of sleep, slows down the aging process, improves your hair and your fingernails. If you are concerned with that, if you're not concerned with that, just ignore it, right? But it improves your skin too. It reduces the effects of stress. I'm not saying that if you increase your glutathione level, you're not going to get stressed. You will get stressed. You will still continue to get stressed. But there will be a reduction in the stress, in that it is the oxidative stress that is going to be reduced, right? And then you recover faster from injuries, and it reduces muscle and joint discomfort, all right? So glutathione levels decrease as we age by about 10 to 15% every 10 years. So as our glutathione level decreases, our body's natural defense, remember, glutathione is originally produced inside our body by our body for us. You don't need any supplementation. You don't have to go out and buy something. All right. You don't even need our products. But as you get older, all right, and the levels of your glutathione level starts to decrease, the body's natural defense against infection, when you start to age, you see people. My mother-in-law went to YMCA today. All right. 80, 90 years old. People are saying, how come you don't act like that? Yes, your hair has turned white. Okay. But you look so healthy, unlike some people who are just 60 years old and they are like, oh, good Lord, another day. Okay. So remember this. You have a healthy life, then you have no problem. right? So you have the physical stress, the cellular damage starts to deteriorate, and this actually happens from 20 years old. It starts to go downhill. And if you don't want to do something about it, as you keep going on, your oxidative stress goes up, the free radical damage, oxidative stress, and around the age of 50, that's your danger point, right? If you're looking at 50 years old, don't even look at 60, 70 years old, right? Just look at 50 years old is more than enough already. Scientists believe that your cell will dysfunction as early as 30% reduction in your glutathione levels. When your glutathione level starts to decrease, then your illness will start to increase, right? So it's not balanced. So research have shown that individuals with low glutathione levels, sure, they have a high association with illness. Sure. All right. If we could promote our products in such a way that we went to the hospitals and we fed everybody with the product, everybody will be going home soon. Okay. So what is the problem with taking oral glutathione? Now, enzymes in our gastrointestinal tract destroys this orally taken glutathione. So if you go to the pharmacy and you see labels glutathione, doesn't matter what it is. I tell you, it doesn't really matter what it is. Liposomal, or whatever glutathione you're thinking about. All right? It will be destroyed in our body before it even gets to the cell. And even if the glutathione reaches our cell, it is too big. It is too heavy to get into the cell. All right? Has anybody ever tried taking something and then taking it out from the box and finding that it's almost impossible to put it back into the box? And that's about the science of glutathione. So glutathione, this is important for everybody to remember. For glutathione to be 100% bioavailable. Bioavailable is a scientific term of saying that if you want glutathione to be fully utilized by your body without wastage, okay, utilize it fully. It must be produced inside our cell. So the glutathione must be produced inside of our cell. You know, it cannot be produced outside the cell and putting it back in. It must be produced inside the cell and taken out. Right? So this effectively kills off all commercially produced glutathione. They do not work. All right? So there's no point of giving an explanation about how this is going. Even if it worked, you're not talking about the 100%. You want the 100% bioavailability of the glutathione that is produced inside your cell. So if you go and get this glutathione, sure, you can throw away your money. All right? You can take there and take it for 2 years and all that. And then let's see what happens. You know, you're going to be throwing away your money. So the only way to increase your glutathione is actually through Max International. We have been around since 2007. We are now available in 21 countries. All right. And just last year, we celebrated our 15th anniversary. All right. And what is the product that we have? The product that we have is produced by Dr. Herbert T. Nagasawa. It has been improving lives through glutathione enhancement. The product that we have is called ribosine. All right. It is not called glutathione. There is not even 1 milligram of glutathione in any of our products. Just take the example of Max 1. There is no glutathione inside. All right. What actually happens is the invention that Herbert T. Nagasawa made was that he combined two substances, a simple sugar and an amino acid. It goes inside our cell and it produces the glutathione inside. Again, I repeat this, inside the cell, not outside the cell and trying to put it in. Okay. And it actually increases the glutathione level 300% more compared to NAC, which is N-acetylcysteine, and is used in the hospitals and by doctors. And well, anyway, some doctors don't even know about this. Okay, only certain doctors know. All right, in an emergency. All right, and if you compare it with oral glutathione, it surpasses by more than 828%. This is the difference between people who know and people who don't know. This is clinically proven, you know. It's not something that we double guess and then we say, oh, all right, this is the way it's going to work. Okay. It is clinically proven and there are tests to prove this. All right. So we have in our stable, we have MAX1, T-ribose L-cysteine. I always say this. The main purpose of MAX1 in this world, the main purpose of ribosine in this world is not to make your headache go away. It's not to make your diarrhea go away. It is not to repair whatever you have in your body that is damaged. You have an injury, you take ribosine, it's not going to repair the thing. What ribosine does or MAX1 does is actually the main job is to go inside your body and create the glutathione inside your body for you. And it is the glutathione that helps you to recover. So always remember this. Our products are meant for increasing glutathione in your body. And not going in there that you don't take ribosine to cure yourself of a headache or an ulcer or you can't see, so you take ribosine. It doesn't do that because there is a process, all right, that brings it through. And then we have also a Celgevity with 12 other ingredients. It's a bit, well, of course, if you are looking at general health, okay, this is a very good product. Celgevity, all right, it's the same what call it, ingredients as most other famous multivitamins, but the main ingredient that is different is once again this, powered by ribosine. All right, that's the thing. That is the main ingredient. All our products, we don't have any glutathione in any of our products, but almost all our products except for two, Max Infuse and Max 357, these are the only two products that don't have ribosine. Everything else that we have, our our weight management product or whatever other product that we have, ATP and all that, all of them have ribosine, right? So Max International, we are offering the best opportunity to build a business in the comfort of your home. You don't have to make it very difficult, all right? Don't have to learn a lot of things. Just make sure that you share some of the talks that we have with your friends, because we do a posting, and after that you can actually post it to your friends to let them see. Each different speaker will have a different way of expressing himself. These are the prices in Malaysia. All right. Today we have Lawrence Sim. It's actually from Singapore. He requested that he wanted to listen to me speak. Hopefully, Lawrence, I have not disappointed you with the amount of information, but you know, normally I try and find the time to talk with the people I sell the product to. But this time around, it is more general that we have this. I have also requests from members of Max Associates from other countries that want actually to see my presentation. But anyway, the prices are here. These are for Malaysia. All right, the prices are there. You have MAX1 with Celgevity. And your life today is a result of your attitude and decisions of the past. All right, you want to be beautiful, you have to look after yourself. Okay, all right, you got to wash your hair every day, you know. So your life tomorrow will be the result of the decision you're going to be made today. So life is a decision. And I always say that you must make the right one. And what is the right one? Any idea? What is the right one? O-N-E. Max one. Okay, it's the one and it is the only. Okay. All right. So in ending, let me put it this way. The secret of success is not to be smart. It's not to be clever. It's just to do simple things very, very well, exceptionally well. And then that is when you do things that nobody can ignore. Everybody will come for you because you know what you are doing and you start with the simplest things. The same as the business that we are doing. Make it simple, but do it better than anybody else. Okay? So with that, stay safe and well. Thank you very much. And then live long and prosper.